Hi, this is Jason K4APR, and since I was in the process of setting up this packet demo system, I figured I'd shoot a quick video just talking about it and tell you a little bit about the project. So, this is all part of a system called TARPN. It's a terrestrial amateur radio packet network, and it started mostly down in North Carolina with the NC Packet Group, and up here in Virginia, we've started building our own network with the hopes of eventually joining up with groups like the NC Packet Group. So I'll give you a quick little rundown. This is a demo system I put together that I can take to clubs or take out to events to show how TARPN works. Essentially, TARPN is based on these node boxes, if you will, and it's comprised of a Raspberry Pi and then a TNC and radio for each link. The network is mostly a point-to-point type of network, so it goes from node to node to node, and the nodes can have as little as one radio in TNC and up to 16 radios and 16 TNCs per node. As you can see, these demo nodes here are both two-channel, or all three of them are two-channel, and they are essentially set up to talk to each other right now in a linear fashion. So, for example, this one talks to this one, and then this one talks to this one. Now, the unique thing is that we are not using internet at all. This is all purely done with AX25 packet over the radio. The only time anything Ethernet or intranet is involved is the access to the nodes themselves. So each node is powered by a single Raspberry Pi, and of course the Raspberry Pi has an Ethernet jack, and the way you access the node is actually through a web browser to the node itself. And that's the only reason that we use the Ethernet, is so we can access. So here's an example of the, sorry for the screen flicker. The left side is the web application that is being served off the Raspberry Pi. This particular node that we're looking at right now is the K4APR node, but as you can see, I've got 3 tabs, so there's actually a tab open for each node. And then this is a program called QT-Term that's running, that monitors all of the packets being sent and received by this particular node, and I can actually run multiple instances of that software, so I can look at the packets going to and from each node. You'll notice I have just an old D-Link router here. It's connected to all 3 nodes plus that laptop. But also with the Wi-Fi access, I can connect to it with a phone or a tablet or anything really that has a web browser and get into any of these nodes. Some specifics about these nodes. We've got various hardware things that we've developed to make the nodes easier to build and frankly look nicer. For example, these 3D printed brackets for these radios. These trays are designed to hold, in this case, this is the surface mount version of the Nino TNC. We also make a tray that holds the through hole version. This tray here is actually holding the Raspberry Pi as well as a little miniature status panel that not only gives us the status, but gives us reboot and shut down buttons, so we can shut down the Pi safely without corrupting it. And then at the bottom here, this is actually a backplane that you can plug a repurposed HP power supply. It's like a server power supply, and that plugs in and then breaks the 12 volts out. And I made some 3D printed covers to go over the backplane, so it's not exposed and it looks a little bit nicer. And all 3 of these are built pretty much the same way. The only difference is these 2 outer ones have Tate TM8105 data radios, and the middle one is using two Motorola PM400s. And we've had very good luck with all these radios. My personal node at the house is actually running with Motorola CDM 1250s. Those are great radios for packet. A full interface on the back, as well as no actual modifications required to run 9600 baud. These demos are actually running at 1200 baud right now. It's easy to set up, and it's sometimes nice to have that packet audio so people can actually hear that. When you get up in the speeds like 4800 or 9600, it sounds more like static, and it's not as audible for people to hear. So I like to run these at 1200. So anyways, that's pretty much an overview of what I've got going on here. I'll be taking this to several different clubs in the near future around Virginia to demonstrate TARPN and try to encourage more people to join. If you're in Virginia and you'd like to be part of this, I will put some links down in the bottom for our Discord server, as well as to our online live map showing where we're putting nodes and people who are involved in the project. And so if you're interested, feel free to join those, and we'll see you on the air.